Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. And where is this quest line from Biot? Well, scruff my head, if it ain't the traveler we've been hearing about. And the elders had more than a few things to say. I'd best give you a proper Lali-ho. How then, eh? Lali-ho? Lali-ho. Now, that's what I like to see, a Lali-ho straight from the heart. Only wish my own boy would put a bit more effort into his lollies and his hoes. He's always busy fiddling with his damn automata. No time for swapping words with folk of flesh and blood. Every Dwarf knows that a Lali-ho gets a Lali-ho, or you're asking to become an outcast. And Mama does worry, she does. And that's only the half of it. I know it's just a stage all lads go through, but the little bugger has to argue with every word I say. Now I've just had a most clever idea. He'll not listen to me or the other villagers, but maybe, just maybe, curiosity for a stranger will win out over that sour attitude of his. Worth a try, don't you think? Please befriend my son, Ronnitt. Just get him used to giving a proper greeting, that's all I ask. And I tell you, he really is a marvel with automata. If you end up getting along, he might even show you a few of his stranger contraptions. Ronnitt! Look, we've got a visitor. Why don't you say hello? Who are you then? What, you got something to say to me? Lali-ho. Oh, you, know our greeting. Lali-ho. Oh, Ronnitt, my lad. You can do better than that. Heads up, eyes front, no need to be shy. I'm not being shy, I'm stoic. Yes, dear, if you say so. Now, Ronnitt, is everything else alright? You seem to be looking for something? Oh no, it's just, I mean, I sorta, lost my hammer. You what? Of all irresponsible, careless, foolish... Ronnitt's hammer has been in the family for generations. It's a priceless heirloom that once belonged to Watts, the blacksmith of legend himself. Well, what you standing around for, boy? Find that hammer. We will do what we can to help. Right, why don't you have a chat with some villagers for me and ask if they've seen Ronnitt's hammer? Just remember your Dwarven manners and all will be well. You want to work with me then? Lali-ho. Oh, that's a fine Lali-ho you got there, lass. I like you. Ronnitt, that sulky sprout lost Wood's hammer, has he? Well, lucky for him. I believe yon Dwarf picked it up. Time I was getting back to work then. Good day to you, stranger. Timid town dwarf is where? Yes, someone? I don't see him. Oh, that corner. You're talking to me? Lali-ho? What's this, a perfect Lali-ho? You're no ordinary traveler, I see. The hammer I picked up, I reckon that would hand it over to the elder for safekeeping. You're saying it belongs to young Ronnitt? Well, he can be a touch shouty, that boy. Do you think you could take it back to him for me? That's my part done, then. I know what you got there. Huh? Why are you still here? Although technically Ronnitt's hammer, this priceless family heirloom first belonged to Watts, the legendary dwarven blacksmith. Wait, this is my hammer. Well. Would you look at that? You see, Ronnitt, give a right and proper greeting and folk will be glad to share a bit of kindness. Could be that you have a thing or two to learn from Serenia here. Huh? Are you lecturing me again? Aye, well, maybe. Maybe you're not such a bad sport. I just put the hammer in a safe place somewhere. I mean to be a famous smithy myself someday, so I'd best not lose it again. I'll leave you to it then. I know my boy's not the easiest to get along with, Serenia, but he could sure use a friend like you. I don't need a friend, I don't need anyone. We're not going to be friends, understand? But you can stay around a little longer, if you want. So, now what? Almost a friend. You're staying around then? Not that I care. But since you're here, I might as well show you one of my favorite automata. I present you the invincible, the unstoppable, Megasonic Frog Boy. He might not look much different from the other models, but I've upgraded him with some new features I invented. Behold! Lali-ho. Lali-ho. You only need one la. You only need one la. Well, pretty amazing, huh? Hey, what's that look for? Oh, I see you're thinking he can greet some overgrown toy just fine, but he's too scared to talk to actual people? You just don't understand me. Bzz, you don't understand me. I've got bigger things to worry about than minding my manners. You helped me out with my stuff though, and maybe I forgive you for underestimating me. Just for one time, though. So, I need you to take this coal to Zemut. She's one of the village elders and her automata is due for some fuel. You're just not a people person, right? Zamut? Lali-ho! You must be visitor Zamut was talking about. What can this old lady do for you? Oh, on a little errand for Ronnitt, are you? That's nice. I can't get around like I used to, what with this bent back of mine. Would you mind feeding the coal straight to Diligent Spirit here? Poured the lot in then, have you? Thank you, dear. You're as kind as our Ronnitt. When he heard how my back was giving me trouble, the fine young lad went and hammered together my oddly named helper here. Hardly a day goes by when he doesn't stop past to see it's working properly. Ah, he's a surly boy, but his heart is in the right place. Just a pity he handles his failures with frustration. If he persevered with his greetings instead of lashing out, I'm sure he'd be capable of a lovely Lali-ho. Actually, I'm surprised he even asked you to bring me my fuel. I've never known him to do that before. Not of anyone. I have a feeling you'll be the one to get through to him, last, so be patient if you can. Thank you again for the delivery. You delivered the call to Zemot then? Wait, she didn't say anything strange about me, did she? Anyway, thanks for the help. Maybe you and I can be friends after all. Maybe, I said. So, that means we're friends now, right? That it does. That's good then. It's just, I've never had a friend before. Not sure where to go from here. I was wondering, why did Mother bring you to see me? Was it all her idea? Is that why you're being nice to me? I guess even that's true. You're no less of a good sort for agreeing to it. I know my mother worries about me being alone all the time. But I can't even talk to her without getting defensive. How can she expect me to get along with anyone else? You've met lots of folks on your travels, haven't you? If you have some trick to help me talk to the other villagers, I'd like to hear them. You know, this might be the longest conversation I've had in a good while. Must be because we're friends now, huh? We should work on a greeting. In that case, I will need your help after all. I don't think I could stand to have anyone else watching over me. You do have one of the best Lali-hos I've seen, so with you guiding me, maybe I've got a chance to improve. But I can't skip straight to greeting people, and spending time on my automata is what caused me problems in the first place. No, my only option now is monsters, preferably one that's shaped like a person. Come on then, I'm off to find me a practice partner. Some people just have the most curious of ideas, huh? Talos. That twitchy lad there should do the trick. As long as I don't make myself a threat, he shouldn't have a reason to attack. Hey you there, two legs. Look at me when you talk to... Wait, that's not right. The greeting. Gotta practice the greeting. Lali... my hands are shaking. Lali, hey, you big lung of useless golem garbage. Oops. I didn't mean it. I take back the garbage bit. Oh, this was not part of a plan. I'm sorry, I made a mess of things. It's also... Damn it all to the deepest mineshaft. Why can't I do it? I'm a bloody dwarf, ain't I? Ronnitt has fled in his frustrations. Perhaps he needs a friend to rally his spirits. I'll never be a proper dwarf. Welly! Come on, you can do it. You just need to try harder. You came after me? You really are a kind soul, ain't you? And I'm still kind of a prickly sort. but I do dream of helping the other villagers with my smithing hammer. Just like the great Watts did. That's just what I've spent my whole life tinkering with automata instead of learning how to speak to folk. I've always been awkward. And that goes worse when I realize people were avoiding me. Make me angry. Make me throw up walls and shut others out. And it wasn't long before no one would come anywhere near me. Soon you'll have to leave too, and then I'll be alone again. You're overthinking it. Just put your heart into it. You're still trying to help me? Aye, but maybe you're right. A clumsy Lali-ho what lets folk know I'm open to being friendly might be better than no Lali-ho at all. Right, my mind's made up. I can do this. Be the dwarf I need to be. You'll be there with me though, right? Of course I'll be. We are friends after all. I'm ready. Are you ready? Going back to the village to give her my best Lali-ho. You are coming with me, ain't you? Good. I'll start with one of the friendlier folks. Here we go. Lali. Ah! Heaving up goblins on it. Are you mad at me or something? Can't give up yet. Maybe someone quieter? Gently now. What do you want with me? Lali, I give it back, Ron. I swear I don't want your hammer. My nerves keep getting the best of me. Maybe I'll just stick to automata. No, I can do this. I'll not let you down after all you've done for me. Hello, young Ronnitt. Was there something you needed? Lali. You can do it, Ronnitt. Lali-ho. Lali-ho! Lali-ho? Now that was what I call a greeting, dear. Well done. I've never heard a Lali-ho like that before, Ronnitt. You damn near knocked me off my feet. I almost thought you were going to strike old Samadria. How ridiculous. Our Ronnitt would never do such a thing. He's a bit excitable, I grant you, but those angry words don't speak for his sweetheart. Who do you think dreamed up and built my helpful automaton here? It's even strong enough to carry me should I need it. Now, Ronnitt, you've shown what you can do. How about you give a nice greeting to these good folk as well? Lali-ho. Lali-ho. Ronnitt, I fear I may have misjudged you. Lali-ho, a good greeting is so reassuring, and here I thought you didn't like me. Nor me. If you have a time, I'd like to see the plans of that helper you built. An automaton strong enough to carry a full-grown dwarf. Impressive. Of course, I don't dislike any of you, and I'll be glad to share how I've built my inventions. That's a promise, then. We'll be seeing you, Ronnitt. I can't believe it. Good for you, dear. I think a little gratitude towards your friend here might be in order. Now, if you excuse me, this old lady has things to do and nary enough time to do them in. Did you see that? I greeted people properly, and they greeted me back. Folk want to talk to me for the first time in my life, and it's all thanks to you. Oh, you've come and have to come and meet my mother again, so I can introduce her to my friend. Oh, hello, you two. Lali-ho. Lali-ho. Well, polish my helm and shine my horns. Ronnitt, you've learned to give a proper greeting. Nothing to it. I had a little help from a friend, though. Well, well, well. What did I tell you? I knew you'd be a good influence on my Ronnitt. You've done for him what his own mother couldn't, and for that I'm deeply thankful. Never thought I'd see the day. It's the oddest thing. After I managed the first Lali-ho, the next one came easier, and now I will never want to stop. Well, I'm guessing you've got places to be. Just be sure to come back and visit sometime. Not that I'm be lonely or anything. See you soon, Serenia. And there we learn the Lali-ho emote. And I believe this is the... Oh, there's another one for Ronnitt. Now then, Ronnitt, what else have you for us? Serenia, I was hoping you'd come back to see me. Lali-ho. Lali-ho? After you left, I said a Lali-ho to every soul I could find, and now the whole village is starting talking to me. A couple of the lads are even helping me to invent some new automata. I'm well on my way to become the most famous smithy in Tomra. But if I'm to be a truly legendary blacksmith, there's one little thing I'm missing. A good drop of grog. It ain't that Tomra's brews are bad, but if I could get my hand on an extra fine fermented beverage, then I reckon my work would really take off. So, any idea where I might find a barrel of the good stuff? Right, Ale. And this drink, once you put their village on the map, eh? Well then, I'd best get a trip down the cliff and have a chat with their leader. You're coming with me, ain't you? This was, this is the connection between this quest line and the one in right where we were looking for a village chief. Yeah, where's Siluk? Well, look who it is. Serenia, how wonderful to see you again. Since last you were here, I've been officially appointed as Mayor of Wright. As such, my days have grown busy with visits to neighboring settlements to reacquaint myself with the region's politics. My old bones protested for exercise, to say naught of a strain upon my rusty faculties. Speaking of visits, I see you've arrived with a companion. I'm Ronnitt of Tomra village. Don't think just because I'm smaller than you that, I mean... Lali-ho! Lali-ho? Oh, I've heard of this. It's traditional Dwarven greeting, is it not? I see. Well, let us not ignore the customs of our guest. Lali-ho? Lali-ho? Not bad for first-timers. Not bad at all. Everyone's happy when their Lali-ho gets a Lali-ho. Now, let's see a barrel of your tastiest grog. I beg your pardon? I'm not sure I follow. Well, I'm afraid we're still struggling to improve the fertility of the land itself. As yet, we are unable to grow barley of sufficient quantity and quality to brew the ale for which we were once famous. This is a matter of trial and error at this point. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, now, what's with the sour faces? You just need something to liven up the soil, am I right? You have some experience with cultivating fields, Master Ronnitt. Not exactly, but I think I might be able to help all the same. Come on, Serenia, we need to make a quick trip back to Tomra. Can he truly help us feed our fields? It sounds too good to be true. I have no idea what Master Ronnitt's plans might be, but with you involved, we can at least rest easy that naught bad will come of them. About time he showed up. See, I remembered something Zemod told me once. Zemod, can you tell me that story about Amity again? A bit about trading goods? The villagers in Wright have having trouble growing crops in their scratchy fields, and I wanted to do something to help. You're thinking of a rock phosphate we used to trade to Yulma? Rock phosphate, and that's the fertilizer, is it? Aye. Crushed into small bits, you can spread it over the field to enrich the soil. But the old seam was mined out years ago, and I've not heard if we've come across another. That sounds perfect, you know, aside from there not being any left. No one kept a stockpile then? Well, they might still have a chunk or two over in Amity. That was where the old trading house used to stand, neutral ground and all. Right, to Amity I go. I suppose we'd best come along. That boy's come a long way in a short time. I've got a good idea why. I won it's lucky to have a friend like you. I feel rudely interrupted. Right. Lali-ho. Well now, that isn't one of its faults. Come to visit, and a fine Lali-ho to you, sir. I've come looking for rock phosphate. I just need a handful, assuming you got any. The yellowish fertilizer stuff, I reckon we had some stashed away someplace. Might be as you find a hunk of it hiding in one of our old trading crates. Go ahead and take a handful if that's all you want. I can just have it? That's very kind of you. Oh, I'm glad you were here. Still a bit nervous greeting outsiders. Anyway, let's get to cracking open these crates. Keep an eye out for anything yellow and lumpy. You Find a small chunk of yellow-hued stone. It appears to match the description of rock phosphate. Any luck on your end? Ah, just look at that color. This has to be the stuff. Now I've got a good sized sample. I can build an automaton to sniff out a new seam of phosphate. This will be one of my best inventions yet. While I'm throwing that together, I need you to head back to Wright and tell these folks to meet me on the west side of Tomra. I'll make sure everything is assembled and ready before you arrive. A mineral fertilizer, you say? The name does sound vaguely familiar. We've experimented with all manner of compost over the years, but I'm willing to try anything to rejuvenate our fields. Wonder if another seam of this precious rock can still be found. We can but put our faith in Master Ronnitt. Come, let us not be late for our meeting. Oh, good. Just finished testing my new model. Behold the mineral finding marvel that is the Orehound Ogre. Such a colorful name. This contraption is meant to sniff out phosphate for us, is it? You just watch and see. Sensors activated. Is that what I think it is? Astounding. You invented a servant not only to track down rock phosphate, but also carve it out and cart it back? How did you accomplish such a feat? You learn a thing or two when you aim to be the best damn blacksmith this village has ever seen. I thought that trudging bucket of bolts would lead me to you, young Ronnitt. The eldermost elder. Ah, you must be Chief Samot. I'm Zyluk, Mayor of Wright. Master Ronnitt, he was just... no need to explain. Zemot already told me everything. Seems you've been working your beard thin for Wright's folk and their harvesting rows, huh? Fine example of tall diligence, my boy. Master Ronnitt, we are truly grateful for the lengths to which you have gone to assist us in our hour of need. Now hold on a minute. I'm doing this so I can get some fine ale to drink. Ale? You're too young to drink, you snot-nosed stripling. What's wrong with admitting just trying to help? Chief Samot, you can't say it straight out like that. I'm building an image here. With your permission, Chief Samot, we would like to take this rock phosphate back to our village. You have our promise that we shall put it to good purpose and one day return the favor with our best barrel of right ale. That's a deal I can get behind. I think it's high time we falls reopen trade with our neighbors. Just leave it delivered to me, but first I need to speak with my friends and meet a few more orehounds. Did you hear that, sir? Instead of tellers, we shall soon have a line of automata rolling into the village. Once more you've shown us the path forward. And that's not the only thing I must thank you for. I don't think I've enjoyed such a heartfelt laugh in many a moon. I bless the day you came into our lives and changed our fate for the better. This kindness will not be forgotten. I could say much the same. I'd still be alone with my automata if you hadn't come along when you did. Or when folks who gave me wary frowns now greet me with a warm smile. Well, I'd best be heading off. If I'm to be known as Master Ronnitt, the greatest blacksmith who ever lived, then I still got plenty of work to do. I'll be seeing you, Serenia. Lali-ho. Oh, that last quest was a bit longer than expected. Good, but it was nice. And with that I end this episode, and yeah, we see each other hopefully next time. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.